onto your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So today I'm coming to you guys with another Hollywood Hot Topics. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what you guys think about this video. Okay, so first thing I want to get into is something a little bit sad, and it's kind of crazy because this could happen to any of us, especially me. Hopefully I can hear me all. Especially me, because I'm the type where I'm not the best driver. Okay, so like, let's say I'm going somewhere that I'm not too familiar with. I got to put in a GPS type vibe. Sometimes I'll be going into the wrong streets. I'll be having to back up into somebody's house and then having to leave and stuff like that. So it's like that. This could really happen to any of us. So when I saw this story, it really made me sad, especially with him being so young. So there was this boy that basically walked up to the wrong address and I guess knocked on the door. His name was Andrew Lester, and this old dude. So this is the mugshot of him. I guess thought he was probably trying to maybe rob the house or do some criminal stuff because he just saw some young black guy, and then he shot at him. Right? Best believe I hate when people don't make this a race issue. He was he's scared. No, let it have been a white guy, a Spanish looking guy knocking on that door, he wouldn't have got shot. Period. So it's really sad. Thank God he's still alive, because this really could have ended up like those other tragic stories that we see all the time that happen. And also, I'm really glad that they decided to press charges against him and didn't use it was a mistake or anything like that. So they issued out an arrest, a warrant out for his arrest, and this right here is his mugshot. Okay, imagine somebody like that shooting you. My life would have flashed before my eyes. He is in, like, I believe now in stable condition, so he is recovering now and he's not unalive. So thank God for that. All right, so prayers go out to him, and hopefully he recovers and gets a lot better, and hopefully this doesn't affect his whole life, because he did get literally shot in the head. So hopefully this doesn't affect any of his mental ability to be able to do basic functions as writing, speaking. Who knows what this is going to affect? They don't know what effects this has gotten on him so far, because of course this just happened. I've seen the hospital pictures all over the news. It's really nasty. All right, let me know what you guys think about this topic. Do you guys think that this was racially motivated, or do you guys think this is just a sad mistake that happened because he's up there in age? I think that it's racially motivated, of course, especially with the state that they were in. I really feel like he thinks that it was somebody trying to break into his old house. Okay. All right, so now let's get into some messy stuff. So lottery ticket. We need to get over females rap beefing with each other when it comes to them using their pen. Okay? Use the pen, right? I like it. I hate how Latto gets a lot of criticism for throwing shots in her music. I'd rather her do it on her music than do it on Twitter or Instagram. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't want to see all that back, even though it is low-key a key though. I don't want to see all that back and forth on the Twitter and the Instagram and the subliminals on there. Use your pen. Okay. One of the lines that she said in her Coachella performance, she goes, she thought I would kiss her ASS. She must have ain't took her meds. This is so messy. Okay, here's the thing. Y'all gonna start learning too to kind of attack, you already know who we're talking about, Miss Monage, on her medicating herself. Okay, I don't think that she's on any of that. I don't even think she was on powdered donuts. When people would say she's on powdered donuts, I don't think she does powdered donuts. People would disagree with that. I feel like a lot of the stuff that Nikki says that she does, it's really for the lyricism of it all and for it to come off better in a song. I don't see her, out there just Like I just don't see her doing that. Like it's too much of a nigga action. And Nikki's a girly girl, okay? She might not be a girl's girl, but she's a girly girl. So I don't see her doing any of that. But what I have to call out Lotto on is you'll do stuff like this, but when somebody comes back with an attack, okay, don't take cover. Okay? Stand up and hold your shield, baby girl. Don't try to act all, innocent and everything like that. Let's say Nikki comes out with a diss track or claps back in her next verse. You need to be able to, come back with that action and not, be coward and oh my gosh, she always bullying me, she picking on me. Because of course this is a diss to Nikki. Like anybody who says it's anything different, you're delusional. Because you already know what happened last year with that whole beef thing, with the whole JT and everybody jumping on each other, beefing back and forth, beefing back and forth. Of course, she thought Nikki thought that JT was going to kiss her ASS, and that didn't happen, right? Ice Spice decided to interject and said, anywho, listen, this is my problem with Ice Spice. You're way, I'm talking about way, and I like Ice Spice. Okay, I think the song, the remix was really, really good, right? You're way too new and too fresh to be getting into any of this stuff. Okay, you gotta be in for at least a good year. Like you're too brand new for this stuff. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to back up your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you in with the in crowd. You got the barbs on your side. That's cool and all, but I think it's just too early. And I feel like you're putting yourself in the mix with some of these other girls where you're coming across as a little messy. Like you're just fitting in with the whole messy rap game, which in my opinion, has she kind of stayed out of it, I do still think she should have did the feature. Even though I don't think she should have signed that. I think she signed sort of like some distribution deal. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of my last video. She didn't sign with Nicki. She signed some sort of distribution deal with her though. She didn't, of course, sign to Nicki's full on label. I know that. But I wish she sort of like stayed, neutral when it came to all of this because it's just putting her in that messy box. And she's so young and fresh that it's like you don't want to be put in that messy box so quickly. Lotto's young and fresh too, even though she don't look like it. But you're even more newer than her, okay? And this the thing with Lotto too. Like I could listen to her music, but it's like something about it don't hit. I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's because like she had to sort of change the sort of direction of her music by trying to go a little bit more, I wouldn't say like mainstream, but some about it just don't hit to me as some of the other girls' songs hit. Maybe it's the cadence of how she kind of raps on there. Like it's too nigga. It's like there's our Atlanta. It's talking about me Atlanta. I'm the real Atlanta. Like it's a little like it's just not for me. It's just not for me. Okay, I do like some of her songs though, but it's just not for me. There was like a writer that came out that basically said that Big Energy was supposed to be what was going to go to Cardi. They were gonna have Cardi listen to it. A lot of people are sort of confused with that whole interview. What I think that writer did though is kind of probably wrote out like the skeleton of the song, and Lotto kind of filled in, the main verses and everything like that. So I just feel like people gotta kind of chill on that, okay? Because the moment that guy came out and basically said that Cardi may have gotten Big Energy, everybody's like, oh yeah, she don't write her songs. Of course she don't. That's not a Nicki problem. She doesn't have her own pen. She doesn't have her own pen, right? So I found that kind of funny too. This is the thing with some of these writers too. I feel like more ironclad contracts need to be put into this industry. It's a little bit too loose. Why was he allowed to basically go on and about and say some of these things about the Big Energy song? Had you not done that interview, we may have not known this ever. So that to me, if I was ever an artist, I literally would make everybody around me sign. I'm talking about like multiple contracts because you're not gonna have me out here looking stupid, okay?
Latto.
I wrote it for Cardi.
I could see Cardi doing that.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii.
Okay,
I wrote it to that beat and met Latto, and she was like, yeah, man, I want to do some crossover shit. When I meet an artist and they tell me they want to do something, it's like, okay, cool. Cardi never got to hear it. We didn't get it to her. And I know the whole debacle is me writing her lyrics. What I did for Big Energy is a skeleton. Latto changed versus the words made it better.
Yeah.
True story. Because I'm the person, if I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to be like, I wrote that song all by myself. I don't know what.
Did Big Energy. Latto.
I wrote.
Okay. Could you guys have seen Cardi singing it and rapping it? I don't see her doing it. I'm sorry. It's a little bit too pop for Cardi. It's way too pop for Cardi. I just don't think it would have hit the same as Latto doing it. I really don't. Plus, the whole concept of the song, the whole lottery Vegas type theme, it really goes with lottery's, whole aesthetic. What Big Energy would have meant to Cardi, I just seen it going down. It probably had Cardi got it right. It would have went down the whole sex route. It would have went down with which of course Latto's Big Energy is about. He got that big energy, like we know, like he got that the big Subway sandwich. But I feel like the way that she kind of rapped the song, the way that she kind of geared the song towards it, of course it's a sexual nuance to it, but I feel like Cardi would have made it overly sexual. She would have been like, yeah, you got that big energy. Rap on it like an offset energy. Like she would have made it a lot more sexual, and I don't think it would have hit like that on the radio. That's what I think. All right. But I do think that they need to let kind of go of these little rap beats. Because it's like these girls, right? They could beef all day and then everybody has a problem with it. But these dudes be talking so much trash about each other on these raps, but nobody picks up on it because they're dudes. But it's okay for them to do it. But when these girls throw their little shots, throw their little shade in the raps, which I feel like is okay. Because if you're writing shade, it's cool. As long as you're not doing it on social media, trying to do the most be hyphy. But if you're doing it on the rap, I feel like it should be allowed. A lot of these rap girls, I feel like these fan bases make it very, very hard for them in this industry because of how the fan bases act. You say one little thing, you side with one little person, it's an automatic problem. That's not okay. All is fair in the rap game. Okay, all is fair in the rap game. You should be able to spit how you want to. Lottery. Okay. Ever since she changed her name, it just hasn't been good for her. So maybe you might have been better as Milana. It just went downhill for her ever since. So another thing dealing with Latto too, Saucy Santana, you guys, has been accused of, picking a side. He picked a side. Lift that up. Pick the side. All right. So he did a TikTok video, and of course he used the Nicki song in there. And one of the barbs goes, Latto is mad for this, ha, in my Natalie Laugh voice. And Saucy says, she's not. If you guys don't know, to me, in my opinion, Saucy and Latto came up together. Music-wise, I'm not saying childhood and all that, but like industry-wise, I remember them doing like on the come up to each other. But of course, Latto went mainstream. Saucy didn't work out to him too well. Saucy had the potential to go mainstream 100%, but I feel like, and I know it's kind of messed up, Beyonce got in the way. That whole Beyonce tweet thing, had he been a little bit more humble about that, it would have worked out way more different for him than it did. I feel like he handled that the whole wrong way. Wrong way. He was just too like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Like, leave me alone. Y'all annoying. Had he been apologetic about it, be like, I'm sorry, you guys. I shouldn't have said that. That was in my past. He was too hasty about it. Remember, up and down the pole. Up and down the pole. Why wouldn't he, of course, still have Latto's back? Because, in my opinion, like I said, they came up together, right? So on Twitter, he goes, prime example of how I got to create fake-ish. I'm lurking on a bar page. Or did I comment under my post that messy stands are under? Like, what? Let's keep it a buck. And then someone says, viral videos about both of them, you ain't speak up. When the older 40 TikToks and comments was going viral, yet you want to speak on something that a B wasn't even tagged in. Stop lurking on Barb's pages. Furthermore, the F. And then the These barbs are crazy. He goes, boy, mind your business. Because why are you speaking up for some petty TikTok ish against Nicki? And neither one of them even responded to or addressed that comment from that user. You ain't even say ish when Cardi was on JTA. Stay in your place as a man. No funny. And the material guy says, people weird and keep trying to keep this going. I love Nicki, always have. There's nothing for Latto to be mad about. I will defend Saucy on this. Saucy has always stated that he loved Nicki Minaj. She's always been a Nicki stan. Remember when he got on that live and Nicki was playing in his face? I hate when girls do that too. Like, don't be like, this is my whole thing. Like, as a gay dude, there's certain things that like you can't do. You can't be on live with a whole bunch of people telling me, oh, what straight dude would you want to F? No, I'm not gonna do that. Cause best believe if I'm in the same room with them as them again, they're gonna feel uncomfortable. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to F, and I know I'm a hypocrite because I'll be calling security bay out. But guess what? I'm not gonna be in the same room with security bay on a regular basis. I might run into them magically, okay? And things might happen. I'm like, what are you gonna say? Like, you're gonna say like you can't do that, especially being in the industry that they're in. Like, that to me kind of run me the wrong way that Nicki did that, because that was messy and nasty, right? So he's always been a Nicki stan. So I don't think he's kind of switched sides or anything like that. Like the fans were trying to kind of, position him to be. So then Asasi said, it's under my post, dummy. Keep JT name out your mouth because she has nothing to do with nothing. She been in her own world peacefully, period. Okay? And then that ends it right there. These stands are a little bit too crazy. The fact that he can't even post a TikTok without being accused of picking a side is really, really sick. Okay? That poor Saucy, he probably was irritated, scratching his hair like that with the longest fingernail that he does have. Okay? All right, entertainers, please make sure you guys go to that link down below, pinned in my YouTube comments for my Twitch. Okay, I'm going to start going live on Twitch starting this week, so make sure you guys please hit that link down below. We'll be reacting to episodes live, so you get my live reaction to episodes. All right, we'll be having some Q&As, a little bit of story times here and there. Okay, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about stuff that we can't talk about on here on YouTube. Okay. All right, so next I wanted to get into, you guys, is Erica and Safaree. Safaree, in the words of Estelita. Me and Safaree never lie. Okay, this whole baby shower thing, right? Now, this is funny. I believe this was the same event that I was going to go to. Let me tell you something. Love Hip Hop fake. Fake. I said it a million times before. It's fake, right? So it's been revealed that Amal La Negra and Safaree, I guess, are dating because they had a kiss at that party, right? So this agent has sent me like an invite to apply, and it was parents and children. They send out mass ones. They send out mass ones so that way you can apply if it applies to you, right? So it said parents and children ages 1 to 12 in dressy attire, national televised reality TV show in Miami. And what they was paying for, that was basically Love and Hip Hop though. What they was paying for though, nah baby. That's all I like to do extra work like that. They don't pay that much. So the moment that I saw this on Instagram, like literally the day after, I was like, oh, that's what it was for. Because it was for like the kid's birthday party type of thing. This pairing to me is a little weird to me. It's too weird to me because both of you guys are having marital / parental issues. Amana Negra has went on record on her show on Love and Hip Hop and just in general about how, like, of course, her and Alan, me and Alan are having issues. Alan's, having issues with, stepping in as a father for the baby and the twins. And then, of course, we all seen the troubles that Erica Mena did and Safaree had together with, Erica Mena having that vein come out her forehead. I would never forgive him if I was her. That vein was huge. So she got gifted Rolex watches for both of her twins. I think this is so messed up. Whether it's for TV or not, which I'm guessing it's for. Okay. Listen, all I'm gonna say is what you see isn't always the case. In the words of Tatiana from RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, like it might not be what you think it is. Best believe those Rolex watches are probably some gold watches that he got from his local Macy's, his local JC Penney's, his local Sears. He's not spending no money on no Rolex watches on no babies. Safaree got money, but he ain't got money like that. Cause he would not still be on Love Hip Hop. Like I said, I've been on some of these steps before the background. Just don't always believe everything you see. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not at liberty to say everything, but just like don't always believe it. So when I see this, I call it a little. I call fraud on this. But even with you just acting as if you're gifting her twins the watches, it's not a good look because what's been put out there in the media is that you're a deadbeat. So the fact that you're doing this, even for storyline purposes, is really kind of messed up. So Erica went on Instagram and, of course, read him down. She said, "Oh, so cute. It's very interesting how my kids never received gifts like this by this waste man. Okay, Drake, my daughter just turned 3. All she got was a birthday cake and a few balloons in his living room. Please don't get me started on how he didn't do anything for my son's first birthday until 2 weeks after the fact. And again, that was just balloons in his living room. But happy every every I guess he said, but happy everyone enjoyed this circus theme birthday party with a deadbeat clown as the special. You're a girl clown. You're a man clown, okay? Damn Safaree, you're a man clown. All right, so and she says, before I go, someone at him. He blocked me since I won't take his crying, begging A back. Hence why he's now desperately shooting in Miami now. Let him know he has medical bills that's only 8K from last year. He owes along with, never mind. Just tell him he got it. Pay it. One thing about that Erica Mena, let me tell y'all something. Now that's a real baddie. That's a real baddie. Let me tell y'all something. That's a real baddie. Erica has never been scared of anybody. She has a little bit, but like she's not scared to get her A beat. She's really not scared to get her ass beat, like at all. She's really not. And she has a good mouth. Okay? How you think she got all them kids? She got a good mouth. And I'm not talking about she talks that ish. She bad. She know how to pop it. All right. Now that's somebody I like to see on baddies. Cause can't nobody see her when it comes to the read at all. So this was at the event. Here's the Rolex watches. Okay. Very much Macy's. Okay. There's a Mala Negra. Instagram Mala Negra. She's beautiful, by the way. The kids are gorgeous. Amada, by the way, in person is so pretty. It's not even funny. Like I'm talking about, like gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Amada, to me, she doesn't strike me as a dumb person, like at all. She may have not made the smartest decisions when it came to who she picked as like the baby father, but business wise, she's not a dummy. She knows she knows deep down she's never going to probably end up with Safaree for the rest of her life. This is all for, I feel like, storyline purposes. This is nothing to do with real life. I don't see her ever, seeing Safaree as a real life long-term mate at all, because she sees some of the stuff that he has put Erica through. And I know you guys will probably think, oh, he's probably doing this as a gesture, as a friend. Friends don't do stuff like this. Okay? They just don't. At all. Okay? And then we also saw we saw Shay there too. Oh, speaking of Shay, hi Boots. I hope you're watching. All right, so Shay was there too and basically filmed like a small video of it and said, if you like it, I love it. Okay? So basically, I guess insinuating that they're supposed to be like getting together, all right? I guess Safaree flew down to Miami because he's trying to get into the season because the season just started filming. I was told, like, what was it? The 14th? Yeah, the 14th was the first day of filming of this season, which I'm wondering why they didn't send that over to MTV too, because they could use a new audience, to be honest. Because I don't think they're raking in that much views I guess last season didn't do that bad. That's why they sort of renewed it for next season. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen this season though. Hopefully they introduce new characters. There's so much people that are so talented down here in Miami and really could rap, really could sing, really have really huge businesses. But what Love and Hip Hop fails to do, and what they continue to do, they choose to focus on the same characters year after year after year after year and have these characters come up with these fake inauthentic storylines that's not really going on in their lives. You guys really think he could afford 2 Rolexes right now? Like, really? Nobody really can afford 2 Rolexes right now. That's a celebrity. You know how inflation is high right now? And you think he's going to spend money on 2 Rolexes? Girl, bye. If that's the case, Amala Negra is an Afro-Latina. Like, that's so cap to me, all right? Before I continue, guys, Tommy told me that the lights need to go up to 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Hey, baby. Okay.
1,000. So she said we only made 20,000, and I'm about to take 10 to my mama. And I was, yeah. That's what y'all stopped y'all life for, which I never had one. 20,000. Say that at 20, a Twinkie. Yeah.
Okay. Next I wanted to get into, guys, is Latosha. So, y'all. Oh, before I continue, too, on this topic, he got caught in an audio clip basically saying, just listen to this, because this to me was really nasty. And she needs to sort of be careful with stuff like this. And I'm glad she has a recording and proof of this, because if something were to happen, God forbid, something were to happen later on in the future, this would prove everything.
But that trick, that's something that with Nana. And I regular, that's something that Nah, you good. I got my kids, that's why I'm here.
Halo here.
Packing them up. Trying to get them out of here, that's why. But me understand me, G. You see it, I be a love, I understand. I say a word though. You're one link. But that trick.
This is why you really got to be careful. You heard that, trying to get them out of here. You got to be careful who you lay down and have kids with, okay? Because you don't want to end up in a situation like this. I really feel like Erica thought that she won the lottery ticket when she got pregnant by Safaree, because she's like, oh, he got all this money. That's Nicki. Oh man, I won. Remember when Scrappy proposed to to Erica Dixon, and then she said, that's how Erica Mena thought like it was gonna be, that she was gonna have that same joy of, you know, raising her arms in happiness. And then we find out who Safaree really is. It really shocked me though to see how he acted throughout this last season, because I didn't think he was that selfish. Before he got with her, I thought that he was, you know, really like not giving, but he was really like a caring type of person in a relationship. That's just what I assumed of him before this whole happened. We seen him in like other itty bitty relationships on Love and Hip Hop. He seemed like to me like a simp, like the one that's always gonna, you know, beg for the girl back, you know, woo the girl, take care of everything. So when I seen him and Erica's relationship throughout Love and Hip Hop, especially throughout this last season, it shocked me, not gonna lie, because I thought of something of him so different than what was shown to us. And she shows all these screenshots about basically him being very negligent when it comes to the children. It's really, really sad that this is happening, but thank God Erica is strong and she's dealing with this, and hopefully she gains her physical beauty back, because what we seen of her last season, you could see all that stress was taking a toll out on her. She lost so much weight. She looks flushed in the face. I swear the girl turned a different skin tone. I'm telling you, it's like she got darker because she was so like depressed. You could tell like it just took like a huge toll on her. Even though I wasn't the hugest Erica Mena fan, I liked what she brought to Love and Hip Hop. The earlier seasons of Love and Hip Hop would not be anything had it not been for Erica Mena. Okay, season 2 on Love and Hip Hop, she ate that. She came in, you threw the glass on Bella. Like, come on now. Like, nobody could do it like Erica Mena did. Like, to me, she is one of the staples on Love and Hip Hop for sure. Like, huge staple. All right. Next I wanted to get into, you guys, is Latosha. So Latosha says and blames, speaking of Love and Hip Hop, Mona Scott Young, Atlanta. Welcome to the Queens of R&B, Atlanta. Okay, that's my Mona voice. She blames Mona for the bad edit that she got on RBD, Queens of R&B. Now, look, this you can't do this. Let me tell you why you can't do this. There's a difference between what happened on Queens of R&B and Love Hip Hop. Love Hip Hop, you can really manipulate what we see. I'm telling y'all, you really can. Like, y'all be shocked at the stuff I can tell you. That's different. But this, what she lied and made it up that you stole 30K. She was there when you took the 30K, and she the one who took it. You didn't. That don't even make any sense. Regardless of the edit that you got, people don't like thieves, and people don't like thieves, especially when it comes to family. You stole from your own family member. Your husband did whatever.
A black production company with Mona Me coming in and not celebrating black women. It's just tearing down. And the whole time, out of 7 women, I was being attacked every single day. So it's just that thing for me. Like, when you say you're going to do something, we should be able to do it. And I think the fans have been slighted, and shame on her. Shame on the productions for doing that. We didn't get to a tour. We didn't get to music. I said, did I have reservations? Of course I did. But when she started to say, hey, we're going to celebrate y'all. Y'all going to do a tour. We're going to talk about how you do a show, or how you got to do the wardrobe and the music. I'm like, that's beautiful. Because sometimes you do have banter back and forth with that. But when you come in and I'm being attacked every day and it never got to the music, it's like, what was this all about? And none of the things that happened until we started filming.
And my whole thing is, you can't say this, because at the end of the day, right, you were doing your own solo career. So she probably was saying, hey, we could get to the music as a group. But when you guys started filming, I want to do my own gospel solo project. So it's like, what is she supposed to do? She has to follow that. Okay. I'll never forget when when Mona had got into it with Samaya, and Samaya was like, you guys didn't follow my story, and that doesn't make it real.
Let's talk about that. What's not real in your mind?
When Swift flew into town, you guys said that you were going to film us, and then you didn't.
Okay.
This is the thing. You shouldn't tell somebody you're going to film them and then not do it, because that's not real.
Us not following you on your date with Swift doesn't mean that the show isn't real.
So, are you trying to say that I'm not real?
I'm trying to say that you didn't give me anything real to work with.
So why couldn't you say that?
But that is exactly what we said to you. We have other stories that we're following. We're not following your story. This is why we followed the other cast members. Talk to me about Samaya.
I'm mad, bitch. I don't
Why are you calling me a bitch? I'm just curious. Why exactly are you calling me a bitch?
Because you're saying that I'm mad because I wasn't filmed. I'm not mad at that. I'm happy with what was filmed. It was a success, wasn't it?
Okay, so you're happy with what was filmed. Because I'm trying to address the fact that you seem very unhappy because you've talked about it in the blogs. You've reached out to me.
There are things that...
The whole purpose of us sitting across from each other is for us to dive right in to the things that really went on.
I've never insulted you. I've never, not once in any interview.
You did just call me a bitch. Okay, I would consider that an insult.
All right. You are a bitch to us. Yes, you are, Mona. Don't even act like you're not a diva, girl.
We're going to agree to disagree about that, because you're going to have your opinion, I'm going to have mine, and we're going to agree to disagree.
Okay? And Mona was just like, how is us not following your story and New York not real? Okay? How does that make it fake? And somebody was just like, I'm not talking bitch. Like, she called her a bitch. And then Mona said, why do you call me a bitch? How am I a bitch? I said, oh my God, you're fired. And we never saw somebody again until like way, way later on. Like the season 11 Hip Hop New York got canceled. So Mona's not to be played with. She's not a dummy, okay? She knows what she's doing. She knows what the viewers wanted to see, and it was the authentic story, which is you wanted to start your solo career, so they never got to you guys creating maybe potentially new music and you guys potentially touring, because at the end of the day, some tours and, some stadiums and stuff like that, they might want the whole escape. They might not just want 3/4 of the escape, okay? That's called the scapegoat. Like, no, like we want the escape. Like, I'm just saying.
The craziness. So it's like, was it set up? What do we do this for? I'm definitely a part of Escape. I created the name. That's the mothership. That's where I come from. I will never forget where I come from. But it's time for me to do music. I've always wanted to do music. I know Candy didn't want to do music because she always.
Oh my God. I'm gonna break this camera. Oh my God. Ooh, this triggers me. I don't know why. I feel like all my life I've always been blamed for stuff that wasn't really my fault. So like she bothers me. Like she bothers me. Like I feel like since I've been born, the Candy of my life. Like everything around me, I'm around something. Oh, Pierre did it. It's all your fault, Pierre. Right? So that's why I relate to Candy. Why are you bringing up Candy? Keep my name out your mouth because I was raised in the South. If I was Candy, I'm telling you, I couldn't have been as humble as she's been throughout this whole experience because I really would have snapped at this point because you're going to keep bringing up my name. We're doing an interview about you. Why are you bringing me up at all? I'm confused. Am I going to be featured on your gospel album? Okay, am I going to be writing for you? Then you shouldn't bring me up. I know Candy, she didn't want to do music. What did Candy want to do? Huh? It's so cap.
Felt like if we didn't surpass what we did in the beginning, then don't do it. But when I'm doing music, it's never predicated on sales. It's because I'm passionate about what I do. So the other girls was like, no, we, don't fall victim to what she's saying. I want to do music. So that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first question is, will you do another? Is there going to be a part 2 of this reality show?
Not going to be part 2 for me.
You're not.
No, I mean, when you come and you say.
And my whole thing is, the other girls would be dumb not to do part 2. And SWV, there'd be a bigger idiots to not do it either. At the end of the day, y'all have to think about your brand and also the group. For you guys to have done this show, it put you guys out in the limelight a lot. SWV. Nobody was talking about SWV before this show. I mean, I'm not talking about in general. I'm talking about in recent years. Of course, their music is being played all around the world. They're still getting millions of streams, SWV is. But I'm talking about in the media and what people wanting to see. Oh, I want to see SWV. I want to see SWV. Them being on the show, it put them out more in the forefront on television and all over social media. So more people will want to see them in person. With you guys taking that away, slowly but surely, people will forget about, oh, I want to see them in concert. You get what I'm saying? So it's dumb to me how some of these girls don't want to do a season 2 of the show, even though it did bring a little bit of drama. But at the end of the day, you have to think about the brand and pushing your brand more forward so that way you guys can make a lot more income for the greater good of the group. Okay? That's where Latosha to me loses me. She's not a smart businesswoman when it comes to some of the stuff that she's doing. Because even if you wanted to do your own solo gospel album, this isn't the right route that you're going down by doing some of these interviews, because you're still being stuck with the messiness of the group. If I was her, I would make sure that all of my media press tours, I would not want to talk about certain things that happen on the show because I'm doing a gospel album. I'm going down the gospel route. And my music shouldn't reflect the messiness in my life. Because that music video that I saw of that gospel song, I ain't like it. Gospel music not supposed to be all that. That was crazy. I was like, wait a minute. Like, she was like, my sister. I said, wait. It looked like you was gonna fade your sister in the music video. Like, what? No, baby. Like, oh, there you go. That's not gospel. Like, that's crazy. All right. Like, no, it just wasn't. She's not doing it the right route. She's just not doing it the right way. No. Do I want them to do a season 2? Yes. Do I think Mona was a little bit messy? Of course. It's Mona. For you to not do your research and think that this was going to be peaches and cream and cookies and ice cream, you're foolish. Mona has created Love and Hip Hop. Okay? A lot of these people don't think that producers have to be messy. It's a part of the job. You have to do some of these things to be able to get the content that's needed. Of course, it's not saying, hey, you should do this. But if something is going on in their lives, because I bet this is how it went. Mona sat down with Tamika, and Tamika was just like, yeah, me and my sister going through it, but it's just even more than me saying that her booty, that she got no booty. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still not over her stealing from me years ago. She stole over like 30K. So Mona's just like, oh yeah, 30K? Wow. do you want to talk about this on the show? Because we're filming in Atlanta in like 2 days. You want to do this? Right? So then Tamika's like, I don't know, like, that's my sister. Like, I love my sister. I really do love my sister. Amoto's just like, well, you signed a contract. And with this contract, I need you to show your authentic life. So you're not feeling your sister Latosha. She's in Atlanta. We need to deal with this. And there we go from there. Storyline created. So she goes, oh, you're going to have to sit with your mom, your sister, talk about all the issues that you guys have, bring up the money that was stolen from you. 30K gets brought up, kaputs. It's common sense. That's how reality TV shows work. Okay? All right, next thing I wanted to get into, you guys, is Married to Medicine. Y'all, they done kick Quad out. Poor Quad. Miss Quad, she don't got it. She don't got it. Not gonna lie, I'm a little happy. You wanna know why? Because all that stuff that you did to Mariah is coming to bite you in the butt. Because not only did they not fire her, but like, you're not coming back, because apparently she was offered some contract. Your ex-husband's wife took your spot. You see how karma works? Because I don't care what anybody says. The way that Quad turned on Mariah was like wild to me. Like, you acted as if she was like a demon. Don't get me wrong, Mariah wasn't innocent in everything, okay? But the stuff that you said about her, saying that she did powdered donuts, I don't think Mariah would even look near powdered donuts. That to me was a little insane. But this, you guys, is the wedding of Dr. G, aka Quad's ex-husband, right? That's the wedding. Apparently, they got married on the show, filming season 10. Shout out to Jay's reality blog. And of course, Phaedra's filming. And look at Miss Phaedra Creonta Parks. Okay? And her orange dress. Sources say she was late for the season 15 cast photo. She missed the train. That's why she's looking on the left right there. She like, you not gonna pick me up? My credit card is valid. And then that's where the train already passed by. So she had to sit down. Phaedra looks great. I think her comeback is going to be one of the greatest comebacks that we've seen in reality television history. So I'm a little excited for this Married to Medicine. Of course, I'm going to be covering it, so I cannot wait to see what it's really, really going to give, because Phaedra looks good. She, to me, has aged backwards, like 5-10 years backwards, okay? So we'll see what it gives. I still don't forgive her for what she did to Candy, and she still deserves some discipline for what she did to Candy, in the words of Nene. But we're going to let that go since she's on a new franchise, and she's not going to be able to touch Candy, all right? Let me know what you guys think about some of these topics down below. Do you guys think that the fans kind of go a little bit too hard on Latto and they need to kind of chill out, and all is fair in the rap game? What do you guys think of Quad not coming back to Married to Medicine? Do you guys think they should have did it a little bit smarter and had her maybe sign on way before the wife of Dr. G signed on? Also, what do you guys think of this whole Erica Mena versus Safaree situation? Do you guys think that he's like sick for what he did by giving Amala Negra's twins Rolexes for their birthday? Leave your comments down below. We're out, babies.
No personal thing.